904thin.com is sweeping across North Florida. It's a popular program based on Nutrimost, and those who take part swear by it. Joining me is Dr. Foss, and he's brought along one of his patients as proof that the program works. Welcome to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So tell us a little bit about it and who you brought with you.
Well, we have a technology where we no longer have to guess. It works every single time. And, you know, the amazing part with David, he'll tell you his story in a moment, is, you know, he wasn't even trying to lose weight. He was trying to get healthy. And that's really what our program's about. And I'll let you finish the story and talk about your experience, you know, with the program.
All right. Did you feel like you were overweight at all?
I actually was really borderline. The Army has a certain standard where you have to be below. For my age and for my age group, it was like 24% body fat, and I was at 22, which is pretty close.
You're pushing it.
So I was pushing it. I was pushing it. But losing weight wasn't a huge goal for me. I did want to. I mean, who doesn't want to lose a few pounds? But really just wasn't feeling good every day. Working full time and taking care of 3 kids was very challenging, very stressful.
There they are.
Yeah,
that's a good-looking bunch.
That's my babies, and my wife there. She's in the Army too.
Yeah, they're adorable. So your wife's in the Army too?
She is.
Okay.
There she is. And she's been gone since last August. So I've been taking care of those 3 and working full time.
And David was really frustrated because he was taking, you know, medications for sleep, medication for anxiety. Those are neurotransmitter disruptors that really, I mean, how did you feel when you first came in, before you started the program?
I was feeling really rough. Every day was a struggle. Getting out of bed was hard just to get out of bed, and then forcing myself to get through the day, and then getting home and being tired. I wasn't able to play with my kids and give them the quality time that they really needed. I was just
exhausted.
Exhausted all the time.
And well, it sounds like you were being super dad.
Trying my best, yeah.
Yeah.
And so because of our technology, we were able to scan David. We gave David exactly what his body needed in order to get his body functioning optimally.
Okay.
So I would say within how many days? Within a week or so, you started to feel very different, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it was about a week, about 5 days into it. I had like just an amazing night of sleep. When I woke up, I felt good. It wasn't like I was dragging out of bed, you know. It was like I got up kind of ready, like energized already first thing in the morning. And then within a couple of weeks, I started waking up before my alarm went off, like and feeling good and ready to conquer the day. And those energy levels have been there ever since.
Right.
Let me ask you about the other medications that you had been taking prior to coming onto this program. So you were taking an antidepressant or an anti-anxiety?
Anti-anxiety medicine, yeah.
Okay.
When my wife has always been kind of the caretaker at home. She actually just joined the Army last August. So for me, my main responsibility was the Army and serving my country. My wife took care of everything at home. She took care of the bills, cooked the dinners, went grocery shopping, did the laundry, cleaned the house. She did all that. And then when all of a sudden she left, and all this fell onto me. You know, she was in basic training, so she couldn't help me out with the bills or anything. So all that stuff was me. So it was like overwhelming for me. So I was really stressed out. And during the day, I was having like almost like panic attacks, thinking about everything I had to do at home and at work. So I started taking that.
So what kind of medication did they give you?
It was a Klonopin. I think it was Klonopin. It was like similar to Xanax.
I got you.
It was a mild dose.
Ambien. And are you still taking those now?
Oh, no. I actually quit when I got on your program. Just because I wanted to do this I was all in whenever I did it. So
you just wanted to make sure you were doing everything. Because sometimes I know we've had people on stopping medication that your body's used to. It really needs to be tapered off and titrated down. It depends, I guess, on
we don't tell anybody to come off their
No.
medications.
I didn't recommend it.
They're medical doctors, and you know, between them, they figure it all out on their own. One of the great things about David was he had a physical fitness test that he has to go through. You want to talk about your experience with that?
Yeah, sure. So when I got onto the program, I had this big physical fitness test coming up, one of the biggest of my career, because a promotion kind of hanged in the balance for me. And 40 days of the program, after I come off the program, I had 30 days to train for this physical fitness test, and I improved my score by almost 100 points, which may not mean much to most people out there, but in the Army, it's unprecedented. It's phenomenal. Actually, one of my bosses in my chain of command said something about giving me a drug test because I had made such a vast improvement. I went from running my 2 mile in around 16 minutes down to 11:54, like before and after the program. It was huge improvement.
And that's faster than you were in your 20s.
When I first joined the Army at 20 years old, after basic training, my initial entry training, which is some of the most intensive training you ever get in the Army, right off the bat, I was running a 12:55 at 20 years old. Now I'm 31 years old, running 11:54, which is the best 2-mile time in my entire battalion, which reaches from Savannah, Georgia, down to Daytona.
You give all the credit to the Nutrimost program?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't have done it without it. During my workouts, I have so much more energy. I can go farther, I can go faster, and I recover so much faster.
That's what we tell people. You're going to be stronger, you're going to have more endurance, you're going to have more energy, you're going to sleep better, your mood is different, your cravings are different. You don't look at food the same way anymore.
Absolutely not.
And we know that. So it transforms your entire life. That's why we let people know you're not going to gain the weight back, because we get to the core of the human being and we transform that human being from the core. And you can see the result. I mean, he looks fantastic, he feels fantastic.
Okay. Let's talk about the special offer that you want to pass along today.
So what I recommend for anybody who wants a massive transformation, go to 904thin.com. We've got tons of information, tons of testimonials on there. You can take a look at David's transformation as well. And we're offering a special for only, normally it's $99, but for only $27, you can come on in, do your body composition analysis, sit down with one of our health coaches.
All they have to do is mention Look Local and they saw you right here.
Yes, and in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to, because of David and because he's a military family, we're going to go ahead and donate 100% of the $27 for anybody that mentions Look Local.
Okay.
We're going to take 100% of that and donate to Boots on the Ground. And this is a fantastic
It's a great organization. I know a lot about that, work with them.
David recommends, and they bring Christmas lights and gifts to soldiers while they're on the ground. It really changes their whole life. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
I think that's great. All right. Thank you both for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for having us.